Dee, 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 dee. Hope you are all okay. I'm not sure if I'm actually live yet. Stupid thing said in mine, it said live in 9 minutes. Right, okay, so hopefully we'll get on in just a sec and I'll be able to see. Can someone let me know if they can actually hear me what I'm saying? Because it doesn't appear that I can't, my screen isn't actually working, so if someone can tell me that they can actually hear me, we'll be good to go. Yeah, it's alive. Is it good? Hi. Okay. Yes, brilliant. Can you see it as well? Can you see it? Because my screen isn't actually, let me just refresh my screen. Let me see what's going on. Okay, I've got some ads and stuff, so I'm gonna just wait for them. So okay, cool. Okay, so right, brilliant. Oh yeah, here we go. Must have just been some weird glitch. Okay, so tonight we are going to take a look at setting up SynthMaster One as a vocoder and also as an inset effect because it's just been updated, so it allows audio to pass through again now, like it used to do ages ago. Anyway, so I'm gonna play this patch I've set up, this like vocoder patch I've set up. I'm just gonna wipe my screen as well, so we're not seeing any fingerprints and things. But this is a nice patch. So I'm gonna close the microphone, and what you're hearing now is me doing the microphone and soft and just playing the keyboard below it. Okay, so here we go. This is a lovely patch. It's a lovely patch if you like vocoders, of course. So very cool. Right, easiest way to do this is if we just set this up from scratch. So let's clear the project completely. Let's make a new one. Let's do hardware input being the microphone for Audio Fuse One. Now, what you're hearing now is both just the direct mix and also this, so we'll just stick with this for now. Now, this is what's going to happen as soon as I load, and this is, you need to pay attention to this. This is the whole key. When you load SynthMaster 2 in, you'll stop hearing anything that's coming through like this. It'll just go. So it'll be blank. So what you need to do is, first of all, open up the little toaster and knock SynthMaster onto the mini lab. Whatever your keyboard controller is, the key lab in my case, whatever yours is, just set it to the MIDI. I'll show you how to do this when we do a complete pass through and go if we're using it with effects, but for now, to the MIDI. And now if I play, what you're hearing is actually you're hearing SynthMaster being played through an effects. We don't want that, so what we're going to do, and this is key. Okay, so let's go back to the synth. tap on the menu and hit Init Preset like this. And now when I close out the correct microphone and I play the keyboard, what you're hearing now is my audio passing through SynthMaster One while I'm holding the keys down. Okay, so you kind of get that, right? So you can get some cool effects doing that. It's not a vocoder, right? So to set it up as a vocoder, we need to do some other things. If we open this up, what we've basically done is when we've hit new preset, initialize preset, we've put SynthMaster into audio mode. And if you I'll just hold the keys. If you notice, I'll go back onto main mic. If you notice here, it says audio input left, and on oscillator 2 it says nothing at all, but you could also set that to audio input. You don't need to for the vocoder. You can just leave it on oscillator 1. Oscillator 1 like this. And bearing in mind, if I take the main feed out and put it back onto this, as long as I'm holding the keyboard, you're going to hear sound. And this is why it starts to stuttergate if I go play the keyboard like that. And yeah, not a bad effect on its own. So we want it to be vocoders. So what we're going to do is, in oscillator 1, what we're going to first do is tap on this here and set. We can set any waveform we like. We can experiment with waveforms. Actually, a nice waveform is the is it the analog? Let's see, could be the electronic sound special saw. Let's do that. So waveforms, electronic sounds, Dean's special saw. Okay, so we'll leave it on there. And now when we play it, we'll hear Dean's special saw. Still nothing to do with me talking or being a vocoder. Here's the thing. The only thing I hate about vocoder is setting the routing up. This is quite simple, really. We've set a saw wave now. All we need to do now is go to our effects, and we've got distortion equalizer. We can have up to 6 effects per patch. All right, that's what they are. So you can have all these turned on. So 6 effects per patch. It's huge. It's huge. Hi, Russ. How are you? It's huge. Well, I say hello to everybody. Hi, Russ. Hey, AV. Mr. Powell. Pay to get. Ross, of course. Stephen. Wall, I think, is here. Dave's here. Leon. Original. John. Mr. Idea is here now. Oxygen Levels is here. Can you use the iPad mic? Yes, of course. Absolutely. You can use the iPad mic. Won't sound as good, but you can use it. Yeah, no, this is exactly the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to long hold on any of these. Well, I kind of might want distortion in a bit. So I'm going to long hold on this, and we get options to our other effects, which are, you know, distortion, lo-fi ensemble, phaser, vocoder, delay, chorus, tremolo, reverb, compressor. We want a vocoder, and still got Dean's wave. What we're going to do is turn on vocoder, and now what we've done is, what this does is this takes over. So when I play a chord now and talk like that, it's the vocoder that you're now hearing and playing it through the keyboard. Okay, so now we can start to make adjustments to our vocoder. Like if I turn the microphone down now and just play the keys so you can hear the vocoder effect on its own. So you can't really understand it. So you have to play around with vocoders a lot to make them audible, to make them kind of so. So now we have a completely clean, unfiltered vocoder setting. So the first thing I would suggest doing is turning on the filter, wab, 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 and then we can play with the filter controls like this. Okay, sounds better already. We can then do further adjustments if we want to. Maybe we could bring in the sub oscillator. So 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 wah 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 wah. So diddly bum boom, scum dip. So yeah, because that's kind of like a talk box effect, but it's still the vocoder sound on the basic saw wave. And playing around with the different oscillators gives you obviously different. Like we could do here's what Dean made. Doug Pad single cycle, I think, made from my voice. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 1. So that's quite nice actually. Okay. Joe's informed me quite a lot today that I sound like a complete tithead when I'm actually not going through the vocoder, and you can just hear. Anyway, so you play around with lots of these waveforms. The cool thing is now we can use the effects as well. So let's go to effects now. So we know we've got some let's have a look at our reverb. Let's go to reverb. 1 1 1. Let's turn it on. 1 1 ba da 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 do ba ba gum ba di da da. Sorry, I got carried away. All right, so now we can adjust the reverb. So let's do this. So what's nice as well is changing vowel sounds with your own voice affects how the vocoder sounds. So that's really cool. What's really nice with this vocoder in particular is the chorus. So if we'll play the sound without the chorus and then turn the chorus on. 1 1 1. Very lustrous. Ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah, ee. I wish I could sing. So yeah, so there you go. So there's some of the cool stuff, but we can also put some delay on as well. Okay, so yeah, you can create absolutely lush, beautiful sounds. What happens when we turn the arp on? Ah, bam, bam, bam. Okay, cool beans, let's go. See, the cool thing is now we've engaged the vocoder, the arpeggiator with the vocoder. So we don't want 9 steps. We're going to take this, drop this back to 8 steps. So we've got, and then as soon as I like hold one key now, like this A, and I talk, it's going to trigger the vocoder, which is absolutely awesome. But we can go in. Let's record another sequence. In fact, let's record the sequence over 16 steps. So all we need to do is arm record, and then we just need to start playing. So just play a bunch of notes in, and then we've got we can switch on our arpeggiator. So, and this is all running as an effect now. See, this is what's blinking brilliant. SynthMaster One. 1, 2, ba, 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 ba. So I only need. And the cool thing is I only need to hold one key, and if I change my key, I change the key of the entire thing. So I haven't got to record the sequencing key. All I've got to do is change notes. So let me demonstrate. So that kind of vibe, you know what I mean? So you can just literally just go, you know, and of course you can then change these things on the fly. You can do slides, you can do hold, you can play with the arpeggiator exactly as you would with just an ordinary keyboard instrument going through, but now you're running your voice through it instead, which is super cool beans. Now, okay, let's close this. And 1, 2, 3, okay, so vocoders are also really nice when we run other instruments through them. So let's run, say, particularly drums. Okay, so let's run this. Let's turn this down to about 100 BPM, and let's just load the presets. Let's load Dean's hard dub, and let's just hear it. Now, of course, I'm not playing the keys, so now we're vocoding the drums. Which is really nice. Very cool. It's very nice. So now we play around with the vocoder decay. We're going to get much more. course, you can vocode anything you like. You know, you don't. It sounds, obviously, it sounds nice with voices, but it also sounds nice with rhythm and stuff like that. So, like I said, with sharper, more control over the attack. So if we have really fast attack and a really fast decay, we'll be able to start hearing what we're saying better. So, for instance, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sound Room. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Sound Room. Oh yeah. Hello everybody, it's Justin. I will do my dear Mr. Powell, Thomas Christ, Wall, oxygen level critical, radio, David Lowe, DMC experiment, original DJB, Wall, RTV studio, even the river, always ready. Look left, how are you? Anyway, there you go. Now it doesn't end there. What we can do, instead of like it being a vocoder, say for instance, let's set this. We leave. Oh, no, let's set it up again from scratch. So you can hear my. We'll put Hammerhead back on, or we'll put Sampletron in for fun, because it's raw, and I'll just hook this up to my keyboard. Lovely. Let's do this again. So remember what happens is this, when we first initially put it in there, it won't do anything. You can save your patches, of course. Yeah, you save the preset. The first thing we want to be doing is we want to be going Initialize Preset, because this is going to be initializing everything. You're still not going to hear anything, right? Because we need to hook this up. So we've got now both hooked up. And what we're doing is all we're doing is letting audio through. When we play the keyboard, that's it, all we're doing. And if we look at our routing, you'll see that both are routed through. You see, if we take the Sampletron routing away, sorry, you won't hear anything. But if we put it back on just to Sampletron, we still won't hear anything, because we have to have audio pass through SynthMaster One. So that's key if you're playing it with keyboards. So I mean, if you're not sure, you can always go back to that routing and look. Okay. Now what we can do is apply SynthMaster One's marvelous effects, and they really are very nice, to anything else. To anything else we've got, like so. And the volume for SynthMaster will work as well, but But we can also blend in the other oscillators as well. Let me switch the filter on. Although I'm not sure why we'd want to do that, but right, let's carry on messing with the effects. So here's a reverb. Let's make it. Let's put chorus on. Put some delay on. So it's nice now. We're utilizing the effects from SynthMaster. Has a really lovely distortion. If I'm going to take the reverb down a little bit. And the mix of the delay. I'm going to put this on a dotted eighth. That's better. And then bring in the distortion. One of the best distortions. I forgot how you got the vocoder to display in the list of effects. Yes, Colin. All you need to do is choose any one of the effects, that are already visible, because these are the. If an effect is highlighted, you're working on that effect. If an effect is lit orange, that effect is active. So for instance, if we turn that like chorus off, like this, it will go dark, see? If you want to change the compressor, say for the vocoder, all you need to do, or any other effect, is long hold, and then it brings up the list of the effects that you can use, and there's distortion, lo-fi, ensemble, phaser, equalizer, vocoder, delay, chorus, tremolo, and then we just choose the vocoder and you can turn it on, and now you're using the vocoder effect as well as. Or we could choose a ensemble is nice. It's like a chorus, obviously. Yeah. You do long hold on any of the on any of the effects, and also, did I turn my filter on? I think I did. Now that's a really nice, considering that the actual bass sound is, that's the sound. We've turned that basically into a really, really nice distorted pattern. It's really lush, actually. It's fabulous for lead, so. Awesome. Really, really nice. So that's how you do it. That's how you set it all. You can run pretty much anything you want through it. Use SynthMaster. I mean, because you might have SynthMaster One, and you might not have loads and loads and loads of effects apps. You can now utilize SynthMaster Ones. You could always use the effects, but it makes it really easy to set up the vocoder as well. I mean, do you want to go through it one more time, shall I? Shall we do a clear? Let's do another clear. Let's set up the vocoder one more time, just in case, just to be crystal. There are just a few things you need to remember. I'll just pour me drink. Okay, right. First of all, choose your source. So you choose your, like, you know, what you want vocodered. Is it the modulator or the carrier? I don't know. I always get confused. Anyway, so in our case, you can either choose drums in another instrument, what have you. But we're going to choose a microphone. So hardware input audio fuse channel 1, where my mic is coming through. You can probably now hear that. Then we're going to open, and I'll just come off that. Now you're just hearing me through this. I'm going to put in SynthMaster. No, I can't do that. I'm going to put in SynthMaster One. And you can see the differences here. SynthMaster One, it'll say SynthMaster One effects. We can just drop that in. And as soon as I do that now, you won't be able to hear the audio passing through AUM. If I turn my mic off and carry on talking, you'll just hear nothing. I'll just get quieter and quieter as I'm turning the volume down. So you need to open up the audio inside of SynthMaster One. And all we need to do, it's very simple. You see our algorithms here. We can go audio input, left input like this, but you're still running sound through SynthMaster. But easiest way to do this is, first of all, let's route this to where we want it. Now, if I just wanted to be talked through, I'll just go initial preset, and it'll go audio in left. And if I just wanted to go straight through from my keylab, I'd just connect the keylab through to SynthMaster like that. So you can do that from here as well. So go to this and go to MIDI, and then you're actually passing audio through now. So if I close the mic and open so that's, you've done that now. Now you might want to save that as a preset if you want to, so you can come back to it at some time in the future. Now what we want to do is we want to set up the vocoder. So basically now we've just got a clean signal passing straight through SynthMaster One. When we hold our MIDI keyboard down like that, well, I go to our routing, and we can get there a couple of ways. If we open it full screen, it'll just there be underneath. And we've covered this again. We need to change one of these effects here. We need to change that to, it's like, so like if I put distortion on now and did it like this, and then put the drive up for the distortion, I'm distorting my voice. If I put the reverb on like this and I'm holding the keys, I'm going to affect my voice with the reverb until I take my hands off the keys again and it's passing through the audio fuse. So if I do this, like this, I'm just running effects. Okay, so let's turn the reverb off a sec and the distortion. Let's pick the compressor. Long hold, choose vocoder, switch vocoder on, and now you're actually passing audio through the vocoder, but you're not going to, it's not going to do anything. We need to give it some sort of modulator or carrier or something or whatever it is. And this is where we go to our first oscillator, so oscillator 1, and it's already switched on, and tap on the waveform. Choose any waveform you like. Choose sawtooth, is very popular for 1 2 1 2. It's very popular for vocoders. Dam ba bam bam, like that. And then we can make some adjustments to our vocoder effect here. So we have a gain, a spacing, attack, and decay. Well, remember, the attack is done. We want to take the attack down. Thanks, Ivan. Gating of effects. Right, 1 2 1 2 1. So if I have it on for a long time, you'll get that effect where it'll just sustain until you let go of the keyboard and cut the audio off. Like that. So let's take it down 1 2 and take the attack down fast, turn the gain up and the spacing a little bit, frequencies, and up the 1 2 ba da da da. So now we're getting to, let's put some chorus on because it's lovely with vocoder and a little bit of reverb, but not, we don't need tons of reverb. 1 2 1 2. Turn it on. 1 2 da 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 do da da 1 2 1 1. And maybe if we want feeling like, you know, adventurous, 1 2. Let's turn the feedback up a little bit. Let's turn it up loads. Let's change one of these to a dotted, because dotted eighths are great, and let's change this actually to a dotted fourth. Where's my? There we go. 1 2. Now we've got loads of feedback, which is very cool. Let's put some 1 2. 1. So that's how you do it. Cool beans. Very nice, very nice. I do like a good vocoder. Do you know what I mean? Not much more. You get a lot more fun when you start putting things like drums through, rhythmic kind of vibe going on with vocoders and stuff like that. You know, it's very nice. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, as usual, for joining me this evening, where we took a look at how to set SynthMaster One up as a fully polyphonic vocoder and also use it as an insert effect. If you've got it, you know, and you like the sound of their reverb. Reverb is lush in SynthMaster One. The delay's lovely. Feedback goes on forever. It's cool. It's very cool. Cool beans. It's very cool beans. Anyway, guys, I'll let you say ta-ra to each other. And I hopefully will be back tomorrow. Oh, you can see me reflection. Hello, everybody. Hopefully be back tomorrow with some other things we can do. Oh, you're welcome, Colin. Yeah, it's very nice. I'll just turn the microphone down, have a jam, and then I'll get off. But bless you all. Thank you very much. If you haven't already struck the like, please strike it now. Subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a patron or making the super chat or a one-off donation. Help me and Joe do here at Sound Test Stream. Thank you very, very much, guys.